Alright, dudes, Metro's back, alright? And I guess some bad news, I guess, if you're really interested in the series. This is just, I hate to admit it, but it's really just not doable. It was so difficult to get through live. I tried it 3 or 4 times, and I just couldn't do it. There's a few reasons you'll see as we go. But anyway, I'm just going to do a post-com. Alright, this is post-com, obviously. I'll try to read the important parts, but it's kind of difficult to do that in a post-com. I tried to allot enough time for the important dialogue, but yeah, so good job with the Omegas out there, soldier. Heaven knows what these things could have done if we'd just given them more time. Luther told me about you. You're the kid who wants to research or reach Alyssa Ball that's on by foot. Well, it ain't going to be easy, you know. Our teams didn't really venture too much in Deadtown by foot. It's all too easy for the enemy to encircle you. Lately, we've been focusing our efforts on trying to secure the air route between Olesalar and Aegis City, though even there, attacks are commonplace. The east route to Olesalar is very old and hasn't been maintained for a long time. As you know, Deadtown used to be part of the city some time ago. In fact, that's where the old city gates were, so to exit Deadtown, you must reach these gates and take the route from there. Think you've got it down? Well, not quite. There's a drawbridge that needs to be lowered before you could cross the old gate. Thing is, we lost the key that triggers the drawbridge mechanism during a bug raid long time ago, when I wasn't in command. Nobody's ever been able to find it, though. Quite frankly, why would you? It's not like many people would want to cross the bridge anyway, and having it raised allows us to stop those bugs that can't fly or swim. Luther's orders are orders, so if you find the key, you have my authorization to lower the bridge. And Uther asked me to give you this too. Uther, what the fuck? Luther. So you get the item finder. With the item finder, your chances of finding the key go from 0 to a slim chance. But that's all I'll do for you. I have a city to protect. Alright, so yeah, we're going to try to go through this swamp area. It's got a pretty convoluted puzzle system, which is really just not fun to do live. I just pretty much can't commentate and try to figure this out. But the item finder, as you see here, I'm registering it. I feel like it's going to be, like originally I felt like it was going to be more important than it is. It's really not. We do see some interesting little stuff here. Hello and welcome to another episode of Teddy's River Survival Challenge. I'm Teddy River and today I'm going to be teaching you how to survive. Like Bear Grylls, you know. We're in what's so-called Deadtown, in a place infested by legions of bugs. All of this right outside the city walls. Behind me you can catch a glimpse of a Yanmega couple circling the famous Anura clock tower, or what's left of it rather. Yanmegas are one of nature's best hunters, and they'll attack anything up to their size, even humans. Damn nature, you scary. That's a good reference there. Let's see if we can catch one of them in action. Oh yes, it looks like one of them has found a prey. So he like picks up the camera guy. Ah, well, looks like that's it for Mike, our cameraman. In the wilderness, any mistake is often paid cash. You have to be extra careful. But how does the local fauna cope with these brutal predators? It's time to find out. Try and keep up. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I did this. You just go up here and go around. Just try to follow the like what's happening on the screen. I try to cut out the non-important parts. There's a lot of exploration. Like I said, I had already tried to record this a few times. But the first thing you need to do is, well, I wouldn't say need to, but this is definitely part of it. You want to go down here and go all the way around. One of the big issues, let's talk about why this is post-com. One of the big issues with this was the level of the Pokemon, once again. And there appears to be a bug, quote-unquote. We'll get back to that, though. Oh, what is it? Chantal, are we in danger? I don't think so. You said Arno was no danger to us, at least yet. Yeah, I've said that in the past, probably, right? That's why I'm here, to remember all the things you've said and repeat them to you in the appropriate moments. Yes, you have the best companion anyone could possibly have, Chantal. I'm so glad to have you besides me. Hi. Arno, pleased to meet you finally. Arno isn't standing in this direction, right? 2 steps to the south, 2 more to the west. That's precise enough. Thank you, Chantal. Hi, Arno. Pleased to finally meet you. My name is Miranda. I think we've met over at the house in Anura already. You probably don't realize it, but Miranda saved your life twice already, Arno. Did I? Yes, mistress. You sent an Esper to the university, the same Esper that helped to locate the bomb and save hundreds of lives. The one that my starter Pokemon was, right? Oh, but I couldn't have possibly known that would happen. It was just luck then. Then you sent Aber to the top of Radio Tower for seemingly no reason, and Arno and that Cause girl were there in need of rescue. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but it doesn't make sense to me either why I would have done that. Not that you don't deserve to have your life saved, Arno. In fact, I think it's important that you reach your destination in Olissalar City. You are probably wondering how Miranda can know this, right? Oh, that's right. I'm probably scaring you by divulging some information about you that you thought secret. I tend to do that, you know, scare people. Miranda is what we call a future-oriented person. Unlike most of us, she has more ease foreseeing the future than she has recalling the past. It's not really foreseeing, just prediction based on a strong sense of intuition and understanding of event correlations. Anyway, is that why we've come here? To meet Arno? Oh, no, not at all. It's just a happy coincidence. We've come here to refill our reserves of light, of course. These are some light sources disseminated throughout the blah blah blah. Since Deadtown is well dead, this peculiar light source has been left practically untouched, so anyone could have it. Much cheaper than buying pots in the Pokemart. Just bring your light jar and you can carry the equivalent of a Pokemon Center with you. Anyway, it was nice talking to you, Arno. I wish you good luck on your journey. Okay, so you should be safe for now. Your father is looking out for you. I know it. And if you cross the lake, it's okay. Just don't enter the hotel, alright? What am I saying? I'm talking gibberish again. You can find us over at our house in Anura. See you. Abra to Anura, please. Yep. Yeah, so the big issue really is the level of Pokemon. Like, they kind of just wander the area. I'm not even gonna read this. I don't even know what this guy's doing. Like, I don't really understand it. Maybe it's an event to get this Lotad. But yeah, it's a pretty weird, like, just kind of like a small flavor character. But yeah, so the main reason I struggled with this live was because I couldn't survive. Like, there's level 35 Pokemon running everywhere, and I assume this is a bug, like I was saying before, but I can't actually level Pokemon past 25. Well, I can. They'll go to 35, but they stop obeying at 25, which I don't understand. Like, I posted in the thread, and it's just, I don't know, man. It makes it really unfun when there's bugs like that. Like, I wanted to preview the game. In fact, I really enjoyed the game. You know, the beginning was quite good, but the further we got, the more buggy it became, and there's just not very good segues between the areas. So I'm going to show you guys how to get to the final bit of this part. This is kind of like a one long puzzle maze. As you see right there, I kind of figure out that little ledge there. That's where we need to get to. I'm trying to figure out how I would get to it, and you see there's the middle. Like, in between the two that you could hop on, there's a middle line of them. So I realize we do need to get that way at some point. So I'm going to go all the way around again. But yeah. So I am actually cheating. I just couldn't do it live. I really couldn't. And the big issue with it was when I didn't do it live, like, if I wiped, I had to go all the way back. And it was just such a ball ache, honestly. Like, these Scoliopedes are level 35. So I just, you know, I just cheated up Graveler to have max HP, which I did train up a few Pokemon. Like I said, I got them to 25 because I figured that was going to be a good thing. It was quite easy to train them, but then at 26 they stop obeying. So I assume it's a bug. Like I said, I really couldn't say, but you see that little island up there? That's where you need to get to. It's just north of where you come out of the area with the psychic chick. I'm trying to figure out how to get there. It's really not that complicated, but this like, the visuals in this area make it very difficult to navigate. In fact, as you'll see here, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just not a fun area, especially with these monster Pokemon just kind of skating the area. Yeah, and they're all faster. You know, they're level 35, so they nearly one-shot any Pokemon that you play. And yeah, it's really difficult to get through it. Now, that light thing we looked at before, that does act as a Pokemon Center, but it doesn't seem to work as well as you would hope. It doesn't actually restore PP, right? Power points or whatever. You still, like, so, for example, I'm struggling to take out these Pokemon, using up all my rock slides. Well, it doesn't actually restore it in the bag, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I don't. And there's you see the Miracle Seed, good item to have, obviously, if you're looking to keep going here. But I'm kind of just down here by accident, not even intentional. Yeah. There's definitely some credit due, though. I would say the you know, just the way it's laid out, it's not an easy thing to make an area like this. In fact, if, you know, just the fact that it takes me this long is quite a feat. You know what I mean? It's not. I wouldn't really. That's the thing. Like so many of these fan games, they have these puzzles, quote unquote, that are just really. I don't look at it as puzzles. But like this whole thing with the item finder, as you see me check out there, like I'm trying to figure out where this key is. There's really no hint other than the original one. So you kind of just wander around until you find it. But once you realize that it was never actually a puzzle at the get-go and the key is in a very specific area, it just eliminates the difficulty, quote unquote, of the puzzle. So I'm gonna get a couple items down here, but this is where you want to get to. Remember that island, that little area I showed you a few minutes ago? That's where you need to go. But you're gonna struggle because there's Scoliopedes down here. They got a lot of health and they do a lot of fucking damage. So you better be ready for it. It's not gonna be easy to come through here, especially if for some reason 25 is a soft cap. Like I said, I probably would have been able to do this if I didn't have to. Yeah, if I wasn't limited by level 25, but like I said, I just had to cheat because that was way too difficult. I had to just not die. It was the only way I was gonna get through it. Even the Pokemon Center in a jar thing is just, it's not really enough. So anyway, the key is over there on that rock. There you see me get it there, Gates key, and there's also a rare candy to the right on that same level there, which I'll get shortly. But yeah, now that you have the keys, you can go complete the puzzle, like the final element of it. In order to do that, we're just gonna go back to that like middle island that we found, which I was just on prior to fighting those Yanmegas or whatever. And we're just gonna follow it around to another small area that kind of looks out of the way. In fact, there's a tree blocking it with cut, which I guess you get after a little bit, a little bit further in the game you get cut, but I don't really know why you would ever need to come back this way. I guess if you're trying to actually get back to the city, it would be useful. But yeah, I'm gonna actually juke out the Scoliope. See that? That's pro play. You know, it's this skill. You just go around the corner, and the Scoliope does get juked out. But up here is the gate facility. None of those doors are openable, but the key, you just put it in, and it opens a drawbridge. So pretty interesting. And that's going to be the episode, man. So unfortunately, yeah, I mean, I don't like having to do this. I did really want to preview this, but we will do this quick. Where do you think you're going, Arno? Do you think you can just leaf like that? I was sure you would. But let's not beat around the bush and cut right to the chase. Ha, yeah, that's right, it's me, Hectobald. I was surprised to see you cross the city gates, but then it hits me. Of course an usurpator such as you would find a way to illegitimately obtain a prison pass while I worked hard to get it. You see, while I was laying in the hospital recovering from my wounds from that 3-story high fall courtesy of that friend of yours, I had a lot of time to think about life and how nice people like me always end up last. So I made a decision, no more being nice. From now on, I'll be an asshole just like you. It was hard at first, but I've completely interiorized this new attitude. Nice guy Hectobald always lost against you, but the new me won't. So yeah, as you can see the cheating in action here. The fucking Graveler got 5k health, but yeah, I just speed this up super fast. And that's going to be it. I got one more episode of this. Spoiler alert. I'm going to do one more episode of this with the post-com. And then that's going to be it. I don't actually complete the game, but I just can't, man. It's really... it's kind of unplayable. Like, it's really difficult to get through. Like, this is brutal, honestly, to tell you the truth. Like, the level cap and the some of the ideas are really good. I'm gonna do a conclusion episode. I'd like to do a few of these previews, so I feel like this is a good one to start with. Learned a lot about the game in general, and I'm gonna do a conclusion on it where I talk about the good and bad. But yeah, the biggest issue is that it's just not really. It doesn't feel like it was tested. It doesn't feel balanced. It doesn't feel like somebody who doesn't already know what to do can get through some of these areas. The puzzles in general, like especially this one, quote-unquote puzzle, it's just not really fun. There's so many different areas to it, and it's really difficult to see a clear path because of how many of those little leaping pads there were. I feel like it was done very well in Golden Sun. If you guys ever played the Golden Sun games, those are where those puzzles shine, but yeah, that's it. So he references the light, and he's going to go over there, but a Gligar picks him up. So there you go. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, that is it, guys.